Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 1252 of the Juicebox Podcast. Welcome back. This is some diabetes news for you from the week of July 8th, 2024. Nothing you hear on the Juicebox Podcast should be considered advice, medical or otherwise. Always consult a physician before making any changes to your healthcare plan. When you place your first order for AG1 with my link, you'll get 5 free travel packs and a free year's supply of vitamin D. drinkag1.com/juicebox. If you'd like to save 30% off of your entire order at CozyEarth.com, all you have to do is use the offer code JUICEBOX at checkout. I dried myself just recently with some beautiful waffle towels from Cozy Earth, and my bits and my biggles were all very happy about it. Yours could be too. Pat yourself dry in comfort and quality. CozyEarth.com. Use the offer code JUICEBOX. They don't tell me what to say, by the way. I say whatever comes to my head. And listen, if you have type 1 diabetes or you're the caregiver of someone with type 1 and you're a U.S. resident, you'd be doing me, you, and pretty much the whole world a favor if you went to t1dexchange.org/juicebox, joined the registry, and completed the survey. Take you about 10 minutes. t1dexchange.org/juicebox. This episode of the Juicebox Podcast is sponsored by me because I'm here to tell you about the Juice Cruise 2025. That's right. I have introduced a vacation for all of us with diabetes. Families, I say all of us because I'm the father of someone with type 1, so we're looking for families or adults, people with type 2 diabetes, gestational. If you have a connection to diabetes and you want to go on a vacation with a bunch of cool people who are going to really understand your life, get a tan, see Mexico, hang out, talk diabetes, go to Q&As, all this cool stuff, juiceboxpodcast.com. Scroll down just a little bit to the Juice Cruise banner, click on it. There you'll find out all about registration. I think there's an early bird, right? Why can't I say early bird? Early bird special. If you sign up, I think you got to put your deposit down before August 1st to save something. You'll see it when you get there. Juiceboxpodcast.com. Just scroll down a little bit, click on the banner. What's up, kids? We're going to do a news thing for you. Today is July 12th. It's Scotty's birthday, and I'm going to read you the news. Let's start with this article. Distinct T-cell signatures identified in children with type 1 diabetes. This is from News Medical Life Sciences, news-medical.net. So here's the skinny, right? A recent study published in News-Medical has identified distinct T-cell signatures in children with type 1 diabetes. T-cells are a type of white blood cell that plays a crucial role in the immune response. I'm not editing that out. The study discovered unique patterns of T-cell activity in children with type 1 diabetes as compared to healthy children or kids who don't have type 1. Research conducted detailed analysis of blood samples from children with type 1 and those without. They used advanced techniques to identify and compare T-cell populations and their activity levels, and the study found that specific T-cell subsets were more prevalent and active in children with type 1 diabetes. Now, the implications of that are this. The findings suggest that certain T-cells may contribute to the development and progression of type 1, and they think that understanding T-cell signatures could lead to new diagnostic tools and maybe even allow for earlier detection of diabetes. This, of course, might pave the way for targeted therapies aimed at modulating the immune response to prevent or slow down the destruction of beta cells. Pretty cool. Now, you're saying, but Scott, what is a T cell? Okay, so a T cell or a T lymphocell? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm just interpreting the news. These T cells are essential for the adaptive immune response, which is the body's targeted defense against specific pathogens. They help recognize and eliminate infected or cancerous cells. There are hyper T cells. These cells assist other white blood cells in immunologic processes, including the activation of B cells to secrete antibodies and macrophages, to destroy ingested microbes. You ingest a microbe, they go get it. What's a microbe? We can deep dive if you want to, but cytotoxic T cells are another one. These cells directly attack and destroy infected or cancerous cells, and regulatory T cells help regulate or suppress other cells in the immune system, preventing autoimmune diseases. Okay, so that's what a T cell is. Now go back up to the study. The lead researcher emphasizes the importance of the findings in understanding the immune landscape for type 1. And they noted that this research could help identify at-risk individuals before clinical symptoms appear. That'd be very cool for early intervention. The study is a significant step forward in the quest to unravel the complexities of type 1 diabetes. Continued research in this area holds promise for developing better diagnostic and therapeutic strategies. And of course, maybe more will come one day. Pretty cool, right? That's not bad. So that's that article. Now, let me get rid of that one and get you the next one that I thought we'd talk about. Okay. There's a trial that you could get involved in. The VX26. Why are people texting me while I'm trying to talk to you about the news? It's just a reminder to pick up a prescription, which is what I'm going to do when I'm done here. Now I'm going to be later because of the text. Ironic, no? Hold on a second. Okay. The VX264 trial. Let's find out more about it. This trial is researching islet cell transplants. Okay. Let me get you that information and where to go check it out. This is Vertex, by the way. And let's see, where can you find out of this? Find out more about the trial. Yes, I will. Okay. So it is 264.t1study.com. By the way, I have no affiliation with this study. Investigational therapies for type 1. So this is a study you might be able to get involved in. I thought this might be interesting to you. 264.t1study.com. The Upward study is looking for individuals living with type 1 diabetes to participate in a study of an investigational cell-based therapy. This is right from the website. The investigational therapy consists of cells designed to produce insulin contained within devices designed to protect the cells from the immune system. Sounds like a pouch kind of thing. Investigational devices are implanted in the space behind the muscle of the abdomen wall. Researchers are studying the safety, tolerability, and effectiveness of well, if you're interested in this, go check it out. It's the Upward study, type 1 diabetes clinical trial, and I've read you the link a couple of times. I'm not going to lie to you. I won't be putting the link in the show notes, but you can go back and listen and type it in for yourself if you'd like to learn more. Let me see if I can learn a little bit more about the Upward study. All right. The Upward study is investigating an investigational cell-based therapy for type 1 diabetes. The eligibility is 18 to 65 years old, diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, requiring insulin injections or pumps. Well, okay. Well, that could probably be most of you. Go check it out. See what you think. You know, if you get involved in the study, let me know. Looks like it's like a 3-step process to find out if you're eligible. Check it out. I've had people on who have done implantable studies before and had really great success. I'd be happy to tell you what episode that is, but I really don't remember. I know you're like, well, if you told me, Scott, I'd go listen to it, but I don't have that kind of time today. All right. What else did we see in the news today around the type 1 diabetes? Oh, how about this one? This little ditty. GLP drugs like Ozempic may reduce the risk of these 10 cancers. 10? Let's find out more. There's so much reading here. Watch how I'm going to cheat. I'm going to paste it and say, give me bullet points. Let ChatGPT read that. Zink. It's read. And now, baba-da-bing. Here comes the bullet points. It's that fast. Live. Let's see what we have here. Okay. A study overview. Here's a study overview. Researchers analyzed over a decade of medical records from nearly 1.7 million people with type 2 diabetes to investigate the effects of GLP-1 drugs on cancer risk. Significant risk reduction. Check this out, kiddies. Gallbladder cancer reduced by 65%. Meningioma by 63%. I probably didn't pronounce that right. Pancreatic cancer reduced by 59%. Well, that's lovely. Liver cancer reduced by 53%. Ovarian by 48%. Colorectal, I only know how to say that because of commercials where they say colorectal cancer, reduced by 46%. because it looks like color ectal. You know what I mean? Multiple myeloma, bone marrow cancer reduced by 41%. Esophageal cancer, 40%. Did you just hear me just roll out esophageal like it was nothing? Endometrial cancer of the uterine lining reduced by 26%. Oh gosh. Kidney cancer reduced by 24%. Wow. It did not seem to significantly reduce the risk for postmenopausal breast cancer, stomach cancer, or thyroid cancer. It says here the reduction in cancer risk is thought to be linked to the GLP-1 drug's effects on insulin production, chronic inflammation, and hormone levels, which are factors involved in cancer development. God damn right. How about that? Should we be clapping? The study did face limitations due to its retrospective nature and reliance on electronic health records, which can include diagnostic inaccuracies and uncontrolled variables. Further research is needed. Boy, I'll tell you what. I got up this morning, weighed myself. This is the lowest I've weighed since I started a GLP med a year and a half ago. On my birthday. It was a nice little birthday surprise. Before I get to the last story, I just want to jump in to tell you this. I'm hosting a cruise in June of 2025. It's called Juice Cruise 2025. Go to juiceboxpodcast.com, scroll down a little bit, click on the banner. It will take you right to the website where you can find out the itinerary, all the cruise information, and put a deposit down in your cabin if you like. It's selling very well, and there are limited spaces. So if you're actually interested, putting your deposit down now, of course, would be the way to go. We were only able to secure a certain number of cabins and a certain number of spaces. There's going to be me, Erica's coming, working on getting you one other person for talks. So there'll be conversations around type 1 diabetes. We'll be giving talks like straight from the podcast, and of course answering questions, tons of Q&A, working on having some people there from different companies to answer questions for you about devices. And other than that, sun and fun around Mexico, getting a tan with a bunch of cool people who have diabetes. So check it out. Go to juiceboxpodcast.com. Just scroll down a little and click on the banner for the Juicebox Podcast Cruise. Doesn't matter if you're a family with type 1 or an adult, everyone's welcome. You have type 2, come on, let's go. You got diabetes, we want to meet you. There is a $25 onboard credit per stateroom if you register by August 1st. I thought this NPR article was interesting. I'm going to share it with you. It's from June 2024. It's called Your Gut Microbes May Influence How You Handle Stress. Here's some key points from it. A study published in Natural Mental Health found distinct biological signatures in the microbiomes of individuals who are highly resilient to stress. You may recognize the word resilient here. I just put up a 4-part series with Erica Forsyth about resilience, and that's why this caught my eye. High resilience was linked to anti-inflammatory microbes and improved gut barrier integrity. The gut microbiome communicates with the brain via the immune system, vagus nerve, neurotransmitters, and short-chain fatty acids. And that's really cool, isn't it? Like, there's not much more to it than that, but I thought that was kind of awesome. It says future research aims to develop microbiome-based therapies to mitigate stress and mental health disorders. I thought that was awesome. It's called Your Gut Microbes May Be Influencing How You Handle Stress. If you want to Google it, it's by, let's see, I wonder if I could. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I don't know. I'm interested in stuff like this. I thought you would be too. All right, that made me go find this article. This is Medical News Today. It's a year or so old, but it's called The Role of the Gut Microbiome. Actually, what's the article called? Type 2 diabetes. Researchers identify gut bacteria linked to insulin sensitivity. Among other things, it says Cedars-Sinai researchers found that people with higher levels of gut bacteria from a group called Coprococcus tend to have higher insulin sensitivity. Additionally, they discovered that gut microbiomes with higher levels of flavofactor tended to have lower insulin sensitivity. Isn't that interesting? Like, how could you get more? All right, let me ask the ChatGPT overlord. How can I get more Coprococcus in my gut? To increase Coprococcus in your gut, you can try the following methods. Diet. Consume a diet rich in fiber, including fruits. Yeah, I know. Okay. Probiotics, prebiotics, limited processed foods, regular exercise, avoid antibiotics. Okay. I feel like that's stuff we all already knew. But can I just is there a way to give myself let's call it a turbo boost of Coprococcus. There isn't a specific guaranteed method for rapidly increasing the levels. Yeah, it sends me right back to this. Where is Coprococcus found? I'm mispronouncing it, by the way. It's a type of bacteria commonly found in the human gut, plays a role in producing short-chain fatty acids, important for gut health. This bacterium thrives in environments such as dietary fiber, so consuming high-fiber foods can support its growth. Yeah, it doesn't say. It's not like eat this thing and you'll get it. Is it found in any supplements? It's thinking. It's not commonly found in commercial probiotics. I'll be damned. Well, let's get on that, should we? Anyway, interesting article. Like I said, medical news today, type 2 diabetes researchers identify gut bacteria linked in insulin sensitivity. All right, everybody. That was fun. I'll be back next week with another one of these. I got a lot of emails from people who said they were enjoying these. I appreciate you guys listening. I'll find you some more stuff to talk about next week. Scott Reads the News was brought to you by Juice Cruise 2025. Go to juiceboxpodcast.com, scroll down, click on that Juice Cruise banner, and put down your deposit. Come cruising with me and all of my friends. We're going to meet, chat, have fun, relax, make lifelong... God, maybe somebody will get married from the cruise or have a baby. I'm finally going to get a baby named after me. Juiceboxpodcast.com. Don't put an R in there. Juiceboxpodcast.com. Go check out the Juice Cruise. I hope to see you on the ship in June 2025. If you or a loved one was just diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and you're looking for some fresh perspective, the Bold Beginnings series from the Juicebox Podcast is a terrific place to start. That series is with myself and Jenny Smith. Jenny is a CDCES, a registered dietitian, and a type 1 for over 35 years. And in the Bold Beginnings series, Jenny and I are going to answer the questions that most people have after a type 1 diabetes diagnosis. The series begins at episode 698 in your podcast player, or you can go to juiceboxpodcast.com and click on Bold Beginnings in the menu. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back soon with another episode of the Juicebox Podcast. If you're looking for community around type 1 diabetes, check out the Juicebox Podcast private Facebook group, Juicebox Podcast, Type 1 Diabetes. But everybody is welcome. Type 1, Type 2, gestational, loved ones, it doesn't matter to me. If you're impacted by diabetes and you're looking for support, comfort, or community, check out Juicebox Podcast, Type 1 Diabetes on Facebook.